for the first time.
BBC
Radio 1
Newsbeat.
Hello, Dominic.
Hi, Greg.
Oh, it's nice to see you.
It's nice to see you too. You all right? Bye-bye.
Good. We can begin. I hope you're all well. I'm back after a little break. It's just gone 1 o'clock. Let's start off with Kids in Glass Houses.
Greg James. BBC.
Okay.
Radio 1. Greg James. This is BBC
Radio 1.
JLS and Kids in Glass Houses.
BBC Radio 1.
It's nice to be back. Welcome along to the show then. This is Tiesto. Tiesto, Who Wants to Be Alone?
BBC Radio 1.
Radio 1.
Okay, so 303 coming up your
BBC Radio 1.
Black dress with the tights underneath.
Appreciate it.
BBC Radio 1.
Yeah.
Radio 1.
While I've been on Thursday afternoon, it's just gone 1:30. Tiny Temper next after some news and sport with Nomia Iqbal.
Digital.
FM.
Online.
This is BBC Radio 1.
Take that as a no then.
Greg James. BBC Radio 1.
You don't have to be in bed with me. You can produce from here. I'll just... No? Still no. Whatever.
This is BBC
Radio 1.
Greg James.
It's S Club Party.
Greg James. BBC Radio 1.
Little slow ducks at the end. Hits.
BBC
Radio 1.
Greg James.
Greg James.
I think you'll like this.
Greg's best bit of the radio from yesterday.
Hello there, Callum. You all right, fella?
Hello.
How are ya?
I'm fine. I can't believe I'm on the radio. Hello.
Now, I said fella. Either you're a really excited guy or I got it wrong and you're a girl.
I'm a really excited guy.
Okay, wow, well, there we go.
With a high voice.
That explains that then.
Greg's best bit of the radio from yesterday.
Hot.
BBC Switch. A brand new TV show to BBC Switch. Single, together, whatever. Different lives.
I don't ever want to seem too obsessed.
Different loves.
There's this girl who I think I quite like at the moment.
All an emotional rollercoaster.
Some guy tried to get with me, right? It was so embarrassing.
Can any of us negotiate the minefield that is romance? Watch the flirting.
She told me that she quite liked me.
The getting together.
Rachel.
What?
I really like you.
And the splitting up.
Plenty more fish in the sea.
Single, together, whatever. Join us this Saturday from 12:45 on BBC Two. Or catch up on what you've missed. Visit bbc.co.uk/switch.
BBC Radio 1.
We made it.
BBC Radio 1.
Yeah.
Radio 1.
After 3 o'clock today, she said...
BBC Radio 1.
Radio 1.
Now, last week, So if you did look after Alan for the afternoon, he's a good lad. I hope you had fun. It's 2:30. Let's get some news and sport now with Tulip.
Digital.
FM.
Online.
This is BBC Radio 1.
Affordable healthcare.
Anyway, well, thanks for the news. We'll look at the album chart in a second and play Rihanna. This is Rude Boy.
Greg James. BBC Radio 1. This
is Radio 1.
BBC Radio 1. Greg James.
Gaga and Alejandro.
BBC
Radio 1. The home of the official album chart.
From the number one album, then, the Fame Monster, that is Lady Gaga, next single.
The official chart on BBC Radio 1.
Alejandro will be the next single. Yes, I bet.
Greg James. BBC Radio 1. This
is Radio 1.
BBC Radio 1.
Digital FM.
Online. Greg James.
I wanna rock right now.
Black Eyed Peas, and it was One Republic before that.
BBC
Radio
1, 2, 3.
We'll get the cast of Kick-Ass. Mic check.
BBC Radio 1.
Radio 1.
Just gone 3 o'clock. It is Kick-Ass.
BBC Radio 1.
Radio 1.
And my guests this afternoon are some of the lovely cast. And he was kind of teasing you about the M on your shirt being from McLovin.
Whenever I make him angry or piss him off, he'll just throw that right in my face.
Can I just apologise for the little word that's crept out of your mouth there? The
What
P
did I
word.
say? Oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
That's fine, not a problem.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. So the film premieres this evening.
Yeah, we're going to the premiere tonight.
I'm in Miami, girl.
So thank you to Chloe and Aaron and Chris for popping in. They are from the film Kick-Ass, which comes out on the 26th of March. It's a very, very good film. You'll be surprised at it. It's probably not what you're expecting. It's just got some amazing action bits and it's very, very cool. Greg, I can't believe you just told McLovin off, says a texter. Well, he said a rude word and I really must apologise again if you're offended by that. And Chris off air actually apologised again. He was really sorry. He didn't realise that you're not allowed to say those sort of words on UK radio, so he's very, very sorry. Apologies if you're offended by that.
The Chris Boyle Show on Radio 1.
BBC Radio 1.
And now it's time to bring in Mr. Louis Spence. And here he is. Oh, Louis. Now, we're live already, so just...
we're live.
So
We're on.
mind your foul, potty mouth.
Oi, geezer.
Shut your mouth.
Look, my family's from Essex, right? My dad had like a tyre depot, innit? I used to work there at John's Tyres Next Door. I couldn't say tyres next door, but I used to work there, innit? I used to do like
Welcome to John's.
Yeah. Would you like your tyres fixed? I can do your punches. It come out all valeted with bows on.
A little air freshener with a traffic light on it.
With green for go.
All 3 lights were green. Go, go, go. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Louis Spence.
Back tomorrow from 6:30.
BBC Radio 1.
Good morning, everybody.
He's a jolly good felon on Radio 1. All right, 10-minute takeover returns with me in a few minutes' time. It's now 3:30. Let's get some news with Tulip.
Digital.
FM.
Online.
This is BBC Radio 1.
Gordon Brown said against Burnley at the weekend. Radio 1 Newsbeat, there's more in an hour.
Thank you, Tulip. 10-minute takeover on in a couple of songs' time.
Greg James.
Greg James.
BBC.
Okay.
Radio 1. Listen to all of BBC Radio 1 whenever you like.
bbc.co.uk/Radio 1.
That is Audio Buddies' only man.
BBC.
Radio
1, 2, 3.
Okay, 10 minutes. That was Suede and Trash.
BBC.
Radio 1.
Radio 1.
And this is next for Sharon in Lincolnshire. The next choice is for Phil in Chelmsford, and it'll be on in 1 minute.
It's a Sunday night. The clock grinds on. Tick follows tock, follows tick, follows tock. The dreaded Monday morning looms.
But fear not, my friends, as the weekend ain't over until we say it is. Because every Sunday night, BBC Switch takes over BBC Radio 1.
Yes! BBC Switch on BBC Radio 1.
Straight after the official chart, join me, Tom Deacon, for the brand spanking new 519 show.
You may have been deaconified.
At 9, it's The Surgery with Alid.
Welcome to The Surgery. We'll ask you for your problems and you can call in and we'll try and help.
Then from 10, it's the super cool Nick Grimshaw and Annie Mac.
It's got good taste in music, isn't it, Gritty?
Should we do it?
Do it.
Suck up every last second of the weekend. I did a suck up sound effect there, but we'll cut it. Sunday nights from 7, only on BBC Radio 1.
Wow. BBC Switch on BBC Radio 1.
Okay, everybody, deep breath and enjoy. EAR.
BBC Radio 1.
Radio 1.
Online now, there's a Sport 100. Scott's next, it's just gone 4 o'clock.
BBC.
Radio 1. Scott Mills.
Scott Mills.